Hey guys, and welcome back to Star Fox Adventures. In the last part, we helped Prince Tricky, and now he's trying to be cute. I'm gonna stop that. What we're gonna do is actually continue on through going through the Dark Ice Mines. We actually came and saved Belinda Tay, which is the daughter character for the village chief of the Snowhorns. She's told us to go and meet her later on, because she went further. You know, the one that we freed, and then she freed herself, which kind of made it pointless, but whatever. So here in this ice cavern part, what we're supposed to do is shoot the rocks in the ceiling, because what they do is provide platforms for when we have to cross the little frozen lake here.
Jesus.
It's not made clear, but the water actually is so cold that it hurts you.
Oh yeah, that's not clear at all. Looks like any other water. Oh!
Yeah, it's a problem. If your health just happens to be low enough, there's a good chance that you may actually die here, just because of like, oh, you accidentally fell in the water and you were trying to get back to land.
It didn't even look like it was hurting you. It didn't look like it had any indication.
Yeah, that's because I cut ahead to afterwards.
With the way that thing laughed, it looked like you freed it, and now it's escaping to wreak havoc.
I mean, pretty much. The reason why it didn't look apparent, this is me ignoring him. The reason why it didn't look apparent is because the transition cut out after I got hit by the ice water. But I remember the very first time I played this game, I think this is literally the first place where I died. Since we have our little annoying bat friend thing here,
Oh my.
the staff barrier is honestly going to be like our best usage here. That's just holding the R button. When you hold the R button in combat with a sharp claw or something, Fox actually has a different blocking animation where he's like holding the staff up. We'll actually be making use of that pretty soon.
Look at this perfect cube.
So with our little ice cube here, I should say ice block, because it doesn't go in any drinks. With this ice block, we're actually going to push it down here.
Yeah, that's what's important.
I'm just, you know, sometimes I say things because I want to anticipate the comments that are like, well, actually, Yoshi. That make me go, thanks, I really cared for your addition.
Come on, Yoshi. Cubes only go in drinks. Like, watch, here goes my GameCube. Cooling up the fucking drink.
Yoshi, it's not a cube, because it's a cube. It's perfectly square on all sides. That's not a cube, because it doesn't go in drinks. Yes.
I just wanted to say more that it was like a block of ice, like a sculpture kind of block. No, because an ice cube
I don't want to
is...
be mean, but I have edited your lead commentary for quite a while now, and the very first day of Pikmin 3, I knew and hated every single one of your tics.
Jesus.
I knew them intimately. And again, I don't want to be mean, but like, as you're talking, I'm editing your audio in my head.
Wow. Alright, well, I'll keep that in mind.
Damn.
I had to say that at some point.
Like, I mean, I knew that you were editing my audio. But that's a new one. I'm editing your audio as we speak.
I mean, it's better than, like, undressing you with my eyes.
So, Star Fox Adventures.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to this commentary, but...
I have allergies, my head's in a weird place.
Look carefully. I'm sure you and your
I
little
neti
friend
potted my
will
brain out and it didn't come back. It didn't even fucking work either.
You must find the spell stone.
So, we're closer to the spell stone. I'm trying to recover because, wow.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. You don't have to apologize. I feel like interesting commentary is better than, alright, we have to go down here and fight the Sharp Claw again, because that's what you do.
There's a lot of them in this area.
Speaking of which, here's the Sharp Claw, here's what you do.
Maybe they actually defeated the Snowwalkers, whatever they're called, because they can actually block with their mace.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they stopped the Snowhorns with. Okay, so the thing was, after I freed Prince Tricky, he has a little A button prompt over him, and you can, like, get insight on why he got captured, but because I didn't care, and because he was close enough to me, when I tapped the A button to pull out my staff, it made the game was like, oh, you want to talk to Prince Tricky?
30 minutes later. Fox, thank God you found me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're here. What do you want?
Oh, barrel.
This is how factories work.
Yeah, so this part's a little annoying.
Oh.
That can happen, and that takes a full Fox icon. What you have to do is grab your little explosive barrel here and dodge the not explosive barrels.
Aw.
And guide it all the way up. This little music track will play once you pick up the barrel to indicate that yes, this is a sequence that is designed to be like that. Yeah, no, in this case, you're actually right to be like, oh god, because if you can totally fuck this up right at the last second and get hit.
Oh, this would take me at least 10 tries. The camera looks so bad for that part. It's so hard to tell where you're standing in relation to the falling barrels.
I believe this actually took me 4 or 5 attempts to actually climb up there. So what you have to do is put the barrel down in the little icon and climb this ladder, because there is a thing that's going to help us guide the barrels up to the second platform here. Of course, we're also being shot at from the other sharp claws around, but you don't really have to worry about them.
Look, Mom, no strings.
I have a love and hate relationship with these sound effects, like the stock sound effects, because some of them are goofy and you hear them in other things, and some of them are just so stupid enough that they make you laugh.
I still can't believe I recognized the fucking salmonid sound from like part 1, but that's just because I used it in a gag in my Splatoon video, so that's how I recognize it so much.
So we guide the barrel up here so that way we can blow up the wall and activate another switch.
That's from MDK2! The connection is made! This is the best game ever made!
I had a feeling that that particular sound effect was gonna get a reaction.
You were in that part!
I could have sworn that I've heard this on a Nickelodeon game show somewhere.
No, it was MDK2, but close.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it was an MDK2, but I could swear maybe I'm remembering wrong.
It's a stock sound effect. It could have been in multiple things.
Okay, because I swear it reminded me of Figure It Out, and when I heard that, I did like a double take. I'm like, am I playing the right game?
It was in MDK2. It was in... You can watch part 4 of the LP. Yoshi was in it, and that sound effect was in like the first minute. I am living right now.
Oh.
To do a few twirly gigs.
Yeah, the camera there, well, there we go again. The camera there, honestly, it kind of tricked me a little bit because I knew the thing was behind me, but because of the way I angled it, I didn't know it was still, like, next to me at the same time. That's why I looped twice, because I didn't want to get hit.
Oh my god.
So now that we got that second gate ready to go, we climb up here, and oh, what a surprise, another sharp claw.
What just happened?
We have access to another sharp claw cannon, and what we do is we shoot these wooden pillars here, and, well, obviously that raises a lava platform. And so we do it a second time. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't precise enough.
That is kind of like a Banjo-Kazooie puzzle. Shoot the thing and something completely unconnected happens.
But I do like how the little music chime plays twice for the same action. A few seconds apart.
Oh!
Couldn't we just said the one? What we're actually trying to do is fall.
Oh. Oh my god!
Oh, and he got hit with a barrel. And he got hit again.
That's brutal. Hi, I made it. I walked.
I do that because it's actually faster than climbing down the ladders and everything else.
I need to get some health back anyway.
Yeah, we got the health back anyway, so Fox can afford to break his limbs. He'll be fine.
Would you have been okay if you fell like all the way in one go?
No, I don't think I would have died, but I wish that was actually possible so that way I didn't have to fall twice.
I wonder if we're about to fight a boss.
Yeah, spoiler.
Well, a spoiler, it's a little bit, but we did have one character specifically mention this name in text form. It wasn't voiced, but one of the NPCs in the previous part was like, oh yeah, watch out for Galdon and stuff. We don't really have to watch out for him because he's already frozen. And if you look at his hand, he actually has the spellstone.
Oh, let's just climb up him.
Yeah, logically that should be the thing we do, right? We just don't even bother with him since the game even warned us not to. Instead, let's just have Prince Tricky set it on fire.
He's got the spellstone.
Oh, it's like when SpongeBob and Patrick freed Man Ray. Then he eats it.
Yeah, he ate it, but also, that's not what I thought of remotely at all, but now that you said it...
I was gonna say, it reminds me a bit of something from Jet Force Gemini. Not anything particular, but I feel like I could have seen him in it. But
So this is our first official boss fight of the game. This is Galdon. Galdon is pretty peculiar and interesting because in Dinosaur Planet, he was supposed to, I believe, actually be able to talk and be kind of clever. He was like a different character altogether. Well, here he's just kind of a mindless monster.
and he makes the screams that the gargoyles make in Demon Souls.
So I actually literally have Prince Tricky staying so that way the boss can focus on him. I'm not joking.
God.
What we have to do is like hit his little tail point back here. Fox sees what's happening and, well, he gets eaten.
Oh!
So this boss fight is probably one of the most recognizable things, not only about Star Fox Adventures, but this was featured pretty heavily in early footage of Dinosaur Planet. This was actually originally a boss fight for Crystal.
More MDK2 connections.
Oh, that Crystal was in that game? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she was. Check part 12 of the LP. It doesn't exist.
Oh, I forgot the thing that ate me.
So the rest of the boss fight. The strategy is that you actually have to start firing your blaster at its chest. But before you have a chance to like attack it, you have to wait for his cycle to happen. But Fox's block here, you are indestructible.
Oh my god.
Nothing the boss does will hurt you if you do this.
I should just glue this stick to the R-Wing.
I am dead serious. You just can't get hurt.
Look at Fox's little head, like, yeah. Like, come and get me.
Gonna block you.
I'm trying to give you my staff. Just take my staff.
Eat it. Eat him. Do something. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the strategy. There's nothing else I can really add.
Smack. Smack.
So are you guys?
Pretty good. Oh, wait, there we go. The game's continuing now.
I was going to say, don't we want to talk, anything else? Oh, want to talk about your allergies? But no, we're in.
I have them. What details do you want?
I don't know, the exact number of liters of snot you've accumulated?
5.
Alright, got it.
So we beat up the uvula again. It drops the spellstone.
Oh no.
But Fox McCloud remembers every cartoon he's ever seen.
Oh, is he gonna get pooped?
He feared it, but no, we got thrown up instead. Also, Prince Tricky got spit out even though he didn't get eaten.
He got reverse pooped. He climbed in the other way.
Gross.
Hey, don't blame me. That's what happened.
And yet, somehow, Fox McCloud killing a big dinosaur ends up being very anticlimactic and not very cool at all.
You know why? Because there was like 2 inside at times. It should have been 3. The rule of threes.
I will, Fox.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have fixed it.
Because of you,
Would have helped.
my people shall
If
never
it happened the
enter
third time,
slaves.
Fox McCloud would have just folded his arms and sat on the acid,
We'll
just
see
like,
you soon.
fuck it, just let him
Take
digest
the
me.
spellstone back to the planet.
Now that she believes in me, I feel stronger.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to have a little Zelda here, where it's like, you know, you get like a heart piece in Zelda, and then it increases your health for boss fights.
Well, here, your heart grows.
Yeah, because you have the Spellstone now.
God, why is the front of the R-Wing so rounded off at the end?
Because Rare wanted to have some liberties with the R-Wing.
It looks great.
Well, it's kind of supposed to look shit, because they're broke.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like the build of it rather than like the dirt quality.
When you have no money, you design things badly. You collected the Spellstone!
You need to return the Spellstone to the Force Point Temple.
So, it's not just enough that we got the Spellstone back, because now that we have it, we have to go all the way and put it back to where the Spellstone belongs to. And that will actually help fix the planet.
No.
Look, I'm just doing what Rare did, and they were like, yeah, we don't need that part. So, now that we're back here, you'd think that the next thing we have to do is just go and put the Spellstone back, right? You know, fix the planet?
Yeah.
Oh, you brought my lunch.
And it gets too dark at night. We be scared of the dark.
Cry.
Okay.
That's okay, I'm scared too, but I'm 5.
Grow up.
Fox looks pretty pissed about that. Oh my god, stop crying. Fine, I'll do it. Before we can literally go and put the Spellstone back, we actually can't do anything else but help fix these torches. Because they be scared at night, we have to hit this fire tree, get these little weeds, and we have to place them on the torches, and then we have to get Prince Tricky to light them up.
I was about to say, can't you just have Tricky light them?
We can, and we actually do, but we need to have something...
You needed the fuel first.
Yeah, we need something to burn it with. Even though this is literally called fireweed. And it's already on fire when you knock it off, and so we have to stop it from being on fire to grab it and then put it on fire again.
Was that tree there the last time you were here?
I believe it was, but it didn't have the weeds on it. At least I hope, and I'm not crazy.
So then the Sharp Claws came along, snuffed out the beacons, and then set fire to the fireweed tree just to taunt them?
I would believe that, yes. So we put the fireweed on the little torch here, and then we just have Prince Tricky light it up. There are... keep in mind that the guy said that they can't sleep at night without this. So that would make you think, oh, there's probably like torches all over the place, right? There's 3.
I mean, if you got the one, technically. It's lit and you can go to sleep.
Yeah, but that torch is all the way over there. Can you imagine where the other 2 torches are? Just, I'll just give you, you know, some time to think for yourselves.
Believe me, I'm not.
Well, I know you don't care, but for Jacob's sake, maybe he can, maybe he could probably, like, jerry-rig some sort of, oh, where do you think the torches are, Jacob?
Don't you fucking call me that. Oh! That did not look like a portal.
You just thought that he fell to his doom,
I thought the game just like stopped.
and it loaded a completely different game.
I think the funniest thing about Tricky's fire ability is that you shoot fire from your spear, but it's just not good enough.
Yeah, like you have a fire blaster, but Tricky has a flamethrower, so it's a little different.
Because what's more powerful than a blaster than throwing? Do you want a gun or do you want a football player?
What if I can get the football player to throw the gun? Would it be harder or way stronger than that game?
And that joke still works in Europe because goalies throw the ball.
Yes. So, in each kind of football, there is one specific position that is good at throwing the ball. You better make sure to get that one. You gotta get lucky.
And set them on fire.
Yes.
Since I went ahead and decided to open that to get the fuel cells and get the staff upgrade, we can actually go ahead and put the... I said go ahead twice. We're going to put the little fireweed here and light the second torch, which is only for that one thorntail right there. So I guess that one little guy back there is important enough to warrant a torch?
If he's the guy you blew up, you kind of owe it to him. Well, hang on, Dad's here.
You know, I don't actually think that was the one that exploded earlier.
Well, you don't know that.
That is true. The last torch is actually in an area we haven't reached yet. But we're actually going to go ahead and take care of that right now.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Maybe it's like that mirror puzzle you see in movies sometimes, and probably games, and I think games, where you set up enough mirrors to reflect sunlight, and it lights up the entire room. It's like this, but you only need 3.
Pretty much, but I'm just trying to think about it as a whole, because he said that all of us can't sleep at night without these torches, but a lot of these torches don't seem to be, I think...
Anywhere they could see it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't seem to be properly placed for the narrative they're trying to pitch to me here.
Maybe they're magic torches.
No, they're not.
Oh.
I mean, they're lit by weeds.
Magic weeds.
So I was actually on the right track to where I was supposed to be, but I wanted to go and get the other fuel cells. Because, as we all know, we need the fuel cells in order to travel to other parts of the game. At least, parts of the game that require our R-Wing. So the next location is actually past this mushroom here, on the upper cliff. And there's a switch all the way back here that we have to activate in order to raise that gate.
In the rain.
In the rain. By this point, I believe 2 days have gone by, so the ones that can't sleep just kinda had to deal with it.
They're about to die, Yoshi.
Oh, here it is. For this one other guy.
This is really fucking stupid.
Maybe it's just 3 specific Thorntails that are afraid of the dark, and you're just being nice.
Yeah, I guess we're being nice in quotes. Even though Fox hated every second of it and didn't want to do it at all.
Please take this. I believe it will help you on your quest.
Well, it's been a while, and you know what? With the lightning striking behind it, I kind of like it.
Yeah!
A key!
Is this the evil path? Did we wander on the evil path to this game where Fox turns into a bitch?
In part 6, Fox gets a scar along his eye.
And then that's when Wolf shows up and he's like, "You motherfucker, that's my thing."
I'm taking over Starwolf.
Now I legit want to draw like an evil Fox because I love me an alignment bend.
Did you just say that you like being a line benchman? Is that what I heard correctly, or?
Of course that's what I said. What the fuck else could it be?
Because I don't know if you stuttered or it cut out or not.
I like alignment bends.
Oh, okay.
Bends of the alignment. Oh, okay.
Jacob likes getting the bends.
So now that we're over here in this area, we finally have access to where we're supposed to be going. That part will always break, and the reason why is because they have these little wind currents that we can use to cross over.
Da 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 da. And such.
It's me, the Flying Fox. I had a career before this, you know.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
That picture of Fox that showed up down there at the bottom with the meter, it looked horrible.
Well, I'll say that you actually don't see that meter very much. It was, in fact, his oxygen meter. My assumption is, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, is that when it runs out, you start taking damage in your health.
Oh, he's the lazy guy.
Wake up! Somebody coming.
Why aren't they speaking the fucking dino bitch language?
Because we have the translator on us now.
Oh, right, yeah. So we can even the stuff we cannot hear is translated.
For our benefit.
Oh,
Those were totally N64 animations.
Yeah, that probably would have been awesome on N64.
Don't care. Don't care. Couldn't care. Not going to care.
at first I thought the music that was playing was that classic orchestra piece, like dun 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 dun. That would have been great with the fucking tumbling barrels.
If they actually did that, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm using the wrong item here. I was trying to shove the dinosaur horn into the keyhole, but then I remembered, wait, I have a key.
Let me in!
Let me play some nice music for your soul.
You annoy them until they let you in.
Basically.
My God!
So, now that we got the door open, what we're actually gonna do is beat up these guys. Because we can. This is actually the first time we're fighting a different type of sharp claw, and there he went.
Whoa.
The little one, on the other hand, ends up hitting me.
What a bitch.
Thank you, Fox. Thank you for aiming above him. And well, that takes care of that. From this point on, I believe that sometimes the barrels start falling towards you anyway when you come back here.
Well, they didn't deactivate the switch.
That is true. I have to imagine that the supply comes from somewhere.
The Sharp Claw are very wasteful.
So here we're gonna get to
Okay.
the lava pit.
Well, I love it.
He's-
He stood there and accepted it. Oh, that's lava.
He jumped and landed. He said, "Dinosaur planet."
Oh, his ear. He's getting the twitch.
The platforms decide to play nice. This here is the area to the volcano force point that we're supposed to be. This used to confuse me as a kid, but as I got older, I finally figured out why it was the way it was. So when you go down one of these areas here, which you have to wait for the fire pillars to pass, or you could just burn right through it because you'll be fine. You hear that noise, which sounds like a gate just opened up. When you go through one side of the gates here, what actually ends up happening when you go to the other side of the path is that you hear a gate open and close. So depending on which side you came from, the left or right side of the gates actually open up. And this used to confuse me a lot as a kid because I always figured that I was doing something wrong. But no, it's just when you go through one of the paths, it just, the opposite end opens up. And in order to get to where you're going, you just have to go through the other side. So me actually going up here the first time was incorrect. But I finally figured it out, and this gate's opened up.
Did the music kick in?
Yeah, for whatever reason, this game does this a lot, but this is the way we're supposed to be going. But when you get on the conveyor belt, and it happened a lot in the last part, it always plays this intense music. There are other points of the game that are like that, where like they have music tracks specifically set for certain actions. It also happened when Fox picked up the barrel when we were in that one part where we were trying to like avoid the barrels on the way up. Like you would always hear the da 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 da. It would always play every time you picked up the barrel and no place else. So now we're getting closer to where the spellstone is supposed to be. So keep in mind that General Scales went ahead and gathered all of these spellstones just so that he could just kind of be a dick about it. And, you know, destroy Dinosaur Planet because he's a dick. That's really just kind of it. He doesn't really have any other goals. I'm sure back then it had something more significant. With this torch puzzle, what we actually have to do is get our staff ready to go and line it up in time with the colors of the orbs, and then we shoot our fire through it.
That's kind of cool.
I will admit that, yeah, I actually do like this puzzle.
At last.
At last.
This is like such a cock tease. There's all these symbols that look like where the stone goes, but it doesn't go to any of them yet.
So, once again, we have to fight a lot more of the Sharp Claw, but again, now that we have a bigger magic meter, this one has a shield, so it could be a little more difficult. I say lying.
I love how one of the Sharp Claws always sounds like Kazooie. Like, no wait, was that Kazooie? One of them sounded like that in Banjo-Kazooie.
I believe the witch is what the voice clip you're trying to remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kazooie's like,
You know, now that I think about it, what if the voice work sounded just like that was the dinosaur language? It was just that, but but on GameCube.
I think it would sound more natural.
Why couldn't I bring my blaster?
What? I said go Krazoa Palace.
General scales.
Crystal.
Jackie.
And it's just exactly like that. They didn't do anything for Tricky.
Oh! You don't give a shit. Why should I?
Yeah, but yeah.
If you don't flinch, why would you ever try to dodge anything?
You know, there's just so many healing items that it just doesn't matter. Like, at first you're gonna be like, oh man, but then eventually you'll just be like, oh, fuck it. In fact, I believe I've had that attitude even when I was playing as Crystal.
Fucking hell. You look cooler when you're on fire. Just do it all the time.
Well, if you ever played Smash Brothers.
Oh, that, I hate it. At least open up some kind of portal instead of having him fucking no-clip through the floor.
Well, maybe they didn't have enough time to, like, put, like, a little sound effect or something.
You should have made time, Nosy.
Well, I'll go back in time and tell Rare, hey, I know you guys have less time to work with, but work faster.
And they're gonna be like, who the fuck are you?
So the Ice Blaster here is actually, honestly, probably my favorite of all of these staff upgrades. The Fire Blaster is good too, but not only is it good in combat, I feel like the uses for the puzzles we actually use it for are actually pretty clever. Or at least enough to make me go, yeah, I'm glad that it actually has versatility uses as opposed to just you freeze the thing or you don't freeze the thing. Well, after Fox does his pull-up, he's gonna actually realize that he has to put out the flames here.
Is there any hint that you're supposed to do that?
Not that I am aware of. In fact, by this point, I was just trying anything. So my assumption was, I have the Ice Blaster, so let me just use the ice.
Fox is very groany.
Do you mean in the voice or in general?
Pick one, I can't think right now.
I'll just say in general for you. So we're getting closer to actually where we're supposed to take the Spellstone, but first we have to feed this idiot.
I think that was the closest his hand ever actually got to his mouth when you did that.
You mean where it actually looked correct?
Yeah.
I'll say that it's really more of a positioning thing. Like, I'm sure they could have actually adjusted it so that way every time you used it, the placements of the hands and everything would have been exactly the way it was. But I personally don't mind that sort of thing.
Hi, Fox.
Oh, hi, Peppy.
Oh my god, your head.
Might be interested to hear this.
I've been decapitated.
How are you talking?
Drugs.
That's fair.
This energy is so powerful that it continually attempts to break the planet apart. To stop this, the ancient
I love how, since this is another Englishman with doing an American accent, he just ends up sounding like he's from New York.
Oh, hey. There's my stick, old man.
By returning the spell stones back to the temple,
That was my bad attempt at a Falco.
You're not here yet, Falco. Don't make me cry.
The fangirls miss me already. Hey, douchebag, put the spellstone in the spellstone hole.
I guess you're good for something. Putting stones in holes.
Like a kidney stone.
It's gonna stop the jingle right there.
You get it. You've done it.
Oh my god. Now that stock sound effect was incredible.
So this is me using the ice blaster, but realizing that I'm still next to the flames, and Tricky's on fire.
Oh my god.
I'm actually trying to put him out,
I don't give a hoot.
but I realized, oh well, it doesn't matter. He's not the one with a health bar. My scarabs are pretty much maxed out for a lot of this, mainly because I don't have a reason to go to the shop yet. There's really nothing for me to really buy, even though you have the ability to buy, like, extra items and stuff. For the most part, you're gonna end up finding crystals and, like, the Fomidads and stuff right out in the field.
Damn it.
So you don't really have to worry about buying, like, extra things.
Smacking the door didn't work. Better go home.
I dreamed about it, but it didn't happen.
Ah well, Tricky. Best of luck to your dead mom.
But she's not dead, Fox. So I have news for you. While you were gone. It's actually one of the few times we see the clear crystal. I believe that one fully... There's a crystal in this game that when you touch it, it fully heals up your entire meter.
That looked awkward.
What, his sliding down the ladder animation?
Near splits level of fucking stretchy legs. What the fuck? Wow.
So yeah, so this is actually why I like the ice, because once they're frozen, you just hit them once and that's it. They're just done.
Pretty tight.
And it works on every sharp claw in the game.
That was an action movie paused. You froze him right when the axe was at your neck.
Gotta do it with style.
Oh, I thought you had to wait for a little while longer. You were just gonna stand there getting fired.
You just leave him behind, just sitting there crying.
So even though,
Oh, well.
well, first of all, Fox is trying to challenge himself, but it's not working. What we have to do is we have to get the platforms to be stationary because Prince Tricky didn't come along with us. Nor did Fox just think, what if I just picked him up and took him with me?
He's not that heavy. He's like maybe 40 pounds.
Well, I don't know. I mean, dinosaurs are pretty big, so maybe he weighs 1,000 pounds for all I know.
Yeah, he's a little fucking fat.
My mom thinks I'm not fat. Well, that's a lie.
Where do these things come from? They just kind of like skibble their way from the ceiling and then laugh at you and die.
Well, they're around. Well, unfortunately, that one didn't get a chance to do its thing.
Fuck, stop leaving me behind!
Too late, shithead. Then he reappears anyway. So I'm assuming there's some sort of dinosaur entrance for him to just appear wherever he warps? So now that we're finally at the point we're supposed to be, we put the spell stone right in its slot.
It doesn't look like
Where
it fits.
clearly does not fit, yeah.
Yeah.
the music, da-da-da-da, and then it falls over. Did-it.
Huh. Wrong one. Let's go back.
Let's try another hole.
It's just some amber.
So we didn't see it, but part of the planet is back together. Just take my word for it.
I will.
We're one step closer to getting that payment. We just have to avoid some barrels and get out of here.
Okay.
No lava, no lava, no lava, stop! Okay.
Was that a motherfucking press your luck reference?
Yes.
Nice.
So, now that we're actually on our way, we have to go back to the Thorntail Hollow, but...
I'm Tone Woe.
I'm Tone Loke. Do the wild thing.
Oh shit.
Krazoa.
Do you wish to accept our test?
No.
What is it?
Bitch, I don't know.
What test?
I was released when she completed my test, but she is now in great danger, and for her to survive, you must continue what she started, and collect the remaining Krazoa spirits, for only the pure of heart can enter our shrines.
Welp, I'm out.
I can't just stop now to save
With
the
all my
stranger.
crimes.
The planet is falling apart.
You know how many planets I've blown up by accident?
She sounds like she's in big trouble, Fox.
Find the remaining
it makes me
5
uncomfortable.
Krazoa shrines. Complete the test within each, and bring the spirits to Krazoa Palace.
The warp stone can get you there.
When all spirits are returned, she will be saved. She is depending on you for her life.
He says, cocking his gun.
Defeat the creature to
Save her or else.
Do it, shithead.
Guess we'd better help her.
Well, girl's dying, I guess we should. So, there's a lot of unused lines in Star Fox Adventures. That whole spiel of her begging for her life actually was recorded in English. They just ended up recording a dinosaur version instead and going with that for some reason.
Yeah, why? Every other line thus far, ever since Fox got the translator, was in English. Doesn't make much sense.
Well, I guess Slippy's translator doesn't work with telepathy, now does it?
But we can still understand it.
I was hoping she would say Krazoa Palace in the middle of all that, but she didn't.
Kazujo Krazoa Palace, Kazujo.
Oh, she's just like one of those other guys.
Oh, she's just like all the other guys.
Oh, I don't want to save her now. So yeah, the Krazoa, a literal ancient god, just shows up and he's like, hey, this girl's dying, you should do something about it, Star Fox.
Been there, done that. I saved the queen. Isn't that good enough?
I mean, I saved the prince and I called it a day. Do you really think I'm pure-hearted enough to take whatever test you're giving me?
If this is like a Billy Batson thing and I'm close enough, then maybe.
So, in the next part, we're gonna go ahead and try to see if we can help Crystal.
We'll get her. I hope.
She'll be alright. You know, until Kennedy races her.
I thought you were saying Kennedy, like John F. Kennedy.
No, that's a different game altogether.
Oh, I am here to save Crystal. Back off, Fox. She's mine.
Okay.
Well, that was easier than I expected. I shall be off. Have a nice day, young furry.
She's gonna die anyway, because I don't know how to get her out of here.
I want to go back in time, invent time travel first, and then go back in time, just to have John F. Kennedy say, "Good day, my dear furry."
I hope you never find out time travel,
And then,
Jake.
then I'll destroy the time machine, because I've clearly abused the power, and I don't want anybody else to.
I like how that's what you use it for. You can do incredible things, but you just want to go back in time to get John F. Kennedy to say, good job for young furry.
Yeah, get over it.
I will. But only if John F. Kennedy says so.
Well, I got news for you. Don't think you'll be saying so much of anything since like 1962.
Well, somebody's got to invent some time travel right now, then, I think.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fulfill my plan and then give up. This is stupid. Let's stop.